Hi, everybody. I hope that you're doing well. It's me, Jamie, with Lost Boy. I am going to be spilling the tea. This is a general collective message, pretty much intended for whoever needs it. So please take what resonates, drop what does not. As always, thank you for the support. Truly helps get these messages out there to others who may need them. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, all the information is down below in the description box. Alrighty, y'all, let's get into this message. I did get a couple of new decks, so we're gonna use them. But yeah, so let's get into this reading. Universe, what is the tea? We have the Star, or the Empress, and the Chariot. Something is coming in fast. Something here has been in the works. Something here has been greenlit by the universe. Somebody here has been putting in a lot of work, a lot of effort into building some kind of new life. Something's been happening behind the scenes, right? Because when you're, because I'm thinking about the Empress and being pregnant, some of you could be, if that's what you wanted, hey, you know, you might be having another child if that's something that you've been aiming to do. But for others of you, this is just building a new life. But when you're pregnant, right? You can only see the growth so much from the outside. Even then, right, everybody's different. But that still doesn't deny the growth that's happening on the inside, right? This has something to do with somebody's inner growth. And I feel like it's only trickled. I don't think on the outside people can tell how much growth there actually has been, how much evolution has happened here because of somebody here who's been nurturing and taking care of themselves. This is somebody who has been doing the work. They've been kind, they've been loving, they've been very patient, right? Not just with those around them, but also with themselves. But I'm definitely speaking to a divine feminine here, male or female, but somebody here who has been praying, who has been asking the universe for help, for guidance, for healing, for assistance, to be able to move forward. And I feel like the universe is granting that wish. Somebody here has also been focusing on themselves for once, and I'm just saying that because we have the Page of Cups, and maybe somebody here has been very people-pleasing, or very, you know, not wanting to feel like I'm being rude, or I'm hurting people, or, you know what I mean? Like, oh, all these people are expecting me to go. Just because people are expecting you to go, doesn't mean that you have to go if you don't want to go. Right? So it's like, I feel like somebody here has put a pause to their people, not a pause, like an end to their people pleasing, right? And has really put themselves first. And things are getting ready to change here. With the Wheel of Fortune, there is a shift in luck and fortune. Where I feel like somebody here is finally being catapulted into that new life that they have been working towards. This happened out of heartache, it happened out of rejection. This was like somebody here finally coming out of their dark night of the soul, in a sense. Like finally ready to step out after all the healing. Like you may look bandaged and bruised a little bit on the outside, right? Or worn, not worn out, but pushed to your capacity. But there's been an internal shift, evolution. It's like you have, it's given the energy of somebody finally stepping in to the version of themselves that they were always meant to step into, the version that they've always wanted to be. And that happens internally, not externally. You were pushed to this because we do have the Three of Swords here, so there was heartache, there was pain. Like somebody is like forged through the fire type of energy. Universe, tell me more. What's the tea here? We have sorry, not sorry, unremorseful, avoiding accountability, neglecting responsibility, snack. We have sex appeal, physical attraction, irresistible desire. The Empress is somebody here who is very attractive, right? They exude, sexual, raw sexual energy, right? It's just who they are because they're just authentic. They're just real. They're unshameful in being themselves. And that's the key to true sex appeal. I don't think that people really understand it. It doesn't matter how much you do on the outside. It's all about that swag. It's all about the aura. And some of you, this is like a separate message. Maybe you've been treated as if you've been a snack, right? You've been dealing with energies here, back to back to back to back, right? Who have probably never taken any accountability for hurting you, treating you as if you were just a snack, as if you were just an object, right? As if you were just a thing. We have frenemy. Fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions. So it's like you were being surrounded by people who had hidden intentions, hidden motives here. They looked at you as if you were very appetizing, physically or even just with your resources, or even just with your energy, right? There are people out there who will manipulate people's innocence, right? Roller coaster, full of highs and lows, off and on again, hot and cold. That's why I think that's why you've had to shut down your heart for a minute and stop people pleasing. And you had to really take a good hard look at what do I want? Because when you're people pleasing, right, that's a version, that's a way of you giving your energy away and making other people's manifestations happen. Because you're not focusing on what you want. You're focusing on doing what makes other people happy. Universe, give me one more, please. Lipstick evidence. Infidelity, caught cheating, betrayal. You probably caught on to this evidence. that there was some kind of betrayal here. Somebody here is numbing. At the bottom of the deck, we have numbing, self-medicating, drinking away problems, distracting with substances here. Maybe it's somebody here who got caught doing something shady to you. There's definitely been a betrayal. I mean, we definitely have that Three of Swords. Plus this lipstick evidence. Somebody is unremorseful. They're not feeling their emotions because they're just numbed out, tapped out. The energy just like slightly shifted here. And I'm almost wondering if there have even been like another energy doing some shady shit behind the scenes here. Because I mean, we have a double betrayal here, so I feel like you were whoever this reading is for. This is somebody here who's been betrayed multiple times in multiple different aspects of their life, probably at the same time. If I'm making any sense, like maybe you were betrayed by, friends and, a lover around the same time, right? Or had a falling out in the family or at work, or, it was like everything happening all at once. There was a fallout everywhere. And that could have been at the hands of somebody else doing other things behind the scenes, right? Or some kind of smear campaign. It could have been a whole group here who just didn't like whoever this Empress is. I'm going to be using the Who Is It deck so we can find out who this could possibly be. Universe, tell me more. Who could this possibly be? For the collective, for whoever this reading is for. Who could this be? We have powerful. We have nicely dressed. We have Asian, could be of Asian descent. And then we have a man. So a powerful man, possibly of Asian descent, doesn't have to be. This is somebody here who is very powerful. It could be all of this or none of this. You could be some of this and they could be some of this. Take it however it resonates. This is a collective message. But somebody here is very nicely dressed. Somebody here is very focused on appearances. They're very, very focused on appearances. And they're very, very powerful. So I don't know if this is somebody here who is very spiritually inclined, or this is somebody here of notable authority, like in the community, like a public figure of some sort. This person is a man. That's what the card says. And bottom of the deck, green eyes. Somebody here could have green eyes. You could have green eyes. Somebody here dresses very nice, like a very sharp dresser. Alrighty. Now I'm going to be using Hearts, Hidden Secrets. Universe. Tell me more, please. What is going on? We have possibilities. Free-spirited adventure. And then risks, but it's in the reverse. It's like maybe it's like a group or somebody here didn't want you to have possibilities. They didn't want you to be free-spirited. It's like somebody wanted you trapped and held back. Somebody is very unremorseful. There has been some evidence here. Somebody does a really, really, really good job at covering up who they are. Like who they, you know what I mean? Like their appearance does not match their soul type of energy. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody here who wants things to look a certain way, so they present themselves as somebody else. We have silence, frozen, no words, stone wall. This person could be giving you the silent treatment. Like maybe that's something that they do. Maybe when they don't get their way. Maybe that's one of their power moves. Universe, tell me more. We have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Feeling like that's you. We have clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. You know, the middle card is the Empress. I feel like somebody here, or I feel like somebody just has a problem with who you are as a person, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you're unwilling to maybe submit to their desires. You're unwilling to give them what it is that you're seeking because it's like, this is giving me gross and creepy. You're seeing the truth. It's like you move in honesty. You move in authenticity. And it's like you know when you're being played, taken advantage of, seen as a meal, in a way. Some people are just like gross. Universe. Boundaries. It says no, drawing the line and enough. And for the record, no, period, is a full sentence. And people need to start getting on board. We have conflicted decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. That's why you're getting the silent treatment here, because you're drawing the line. You've had enough. You've had enough. And somebody's having a temper tantrum. They're having a temper tantrum. I'm feeling like I'm gonna need a bigger desk in a minute. Okay. Universe, please help me clarify this reading. Somebody didn't want you to have any other options, but yet they were only treating you as if you were something here. Maybe you found out that somebody here that you've been talking to, for some of you, has maybe they were the cheater. Like maybe they have a relationship going on and they were trying to lie to you and act like they were single, but yet they never really wanted to commit. And maybe you uncovered that they were in a relationship the whole time, and they just wanted you as a side piece. Hell, this could just be a greedy family member or a greedy friend, right? Who just wanted you all to themselves. We have the death card. Ah, that's over. The Wheel of Fortune reversed at the bottom of the deck, and the Ten of Cups. There's an ending here. You have put boundaries up. That cycle is over. It's done. This is like something here is being reversed too with this Wheel of Fortune. Because this is the end of not having possibilities, of not being free spirited, of not being able to explore and adventure and take risks and be brave. I feel like whatever energies you've been encountering has been very domineering. Tell me more, universe. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. So this is finally being able to take a risk, being able to take a leap of faith into a brand new direction, having faith restored. Some of you could finally be stepping up into a leadership position here. The one that you have been growing into, the one that you were always meant to grow into. You know, I just ordered, well, I just got today in the mail the Before Tarot. I was going to use it, but I didn't because I still want to spend a little bit of time with it, like personally, to get familiated with it. And I was looking at the Hierophant, and it's the Before Tarot. So it's like before this very moment. And it's him sitting there with these keys in his lap, right? So he's been given the keys to the knowledge, to the role, to the position here. So it's like you finally access the right door to the right reality. I don't know if y'all are into that time shifting or timeline jumping. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. See, it's like they didn't want to work with your beauty, with your kind-hearted nature. They wanted control of it. They didn't want to work with you because this is teamwork. This is collaborating, working together. But in the reverse, this is like somebody wanting to be in charge or wanting to take all the credit. And the Two of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck with the Seven of Swords. It's like you're not blinded to someone's deception, to their shady tactics here, to their ways of manipulating and trying to bind you and trying to control you and trying to take advantage. Alright, universe, that was way too many. Tell me more, please. The Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, this is news that is coming in. This is bold news. This is news of, because again, I was looking at the Before Tarot, and it was him back at base camp getting orders. So I wonder if he's, you know, sending word out to the other enemy, like, hey, you know, or to the other people, like, hey, you know, we're coming. Whatever, you know, like this means war, whatever. Like this is conflicting news that's going to bring conflict here. Somebody's going to take it personally. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Again, that's not news that somebody wants to hear. We have the Magician, and we have the Lovers and the Six of Wands. That somebody here has manifested a brand new contract and a brand new future here for themselves, and they're moving on, and they're going to be victorious. And somebody here is receiving some kind of news that they don't want to hear, probably because of some kind of poor actions that they have taken. For what they've done in the past, for what they've done to you, or for I'm really feeling like this is a person here who has been the culprit behind all of the other shit happening in the background. Whether it was projecting things onto you to make you question the people around you, or to shake you to make you ungrounded here, right? Some people will do that. They'll plant seeds within you here and hope that you will, screw things up in your life to make you doubt yourself, to make you doubt other people. Or they could, run their mouths to A, B, C, and D and tell you you're one thing and then keep doing things to you in order to elicit a reaction out of you in front of the right people and be like, see, I told you. Or maybe it's all of the above. Maybe they use all of the tactics. We have the chariot. You're moving forward. What's not moving forward is whoever this person is. And I feel like this has been like the most ultimate betrayal amongst the betrayals. And it's like everything else probably didn't have to happen the way that it did if it wasn't for this, whoever this other individual is. Like I said, could be a man of Asian descent, doesn't have to be. But this is somebody here who is very, very good. They dress very nicely. Give me one final card, please. The Six of Wands. You are you are going to be winning this very victoriously, receiving some kind of recognition. And somebody here is trapped. Still partying, still left to their own devices, doing the same shit with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, shaking in their boots, stuck and trapped, unwilling to see things from a different perspective, unwilling to change their ways, unwilling to be real. But you're definitely going to be receiving attention here. Because, like I said, the evidence is here. It's going to be seen. Right? People can see, usually, right? There are, a few instances, but you can usually tell when somebody is pregnant. Especially when they're getting ready to pop. And just because you can see it on the inside, you truly don't know what you've created on the inside. Right? You don't know the sheer beauty of that new life that's getting ready to come out. And you're going to be seen in a different way that you haven't been seen before. Some of you, if this has something to do with, being in the spotlight, so working on social media or being in the public in some kind of way, or maybe you work public facing in some kind of way, it's like your name has been cleared, or it will be, or vindicated in some kind of way, and it's like your energy and your aura has been stripped and is no longer tainted, you know, by others' bullshit. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus. I do have Scorpio. I do have Cancer. I do have a Libra and Taurus here, as well as Aquarius and Cancer again. Could literally be anybody. But that is what I have for you. I'm sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.